Welcome back. Now I have some special guests right here in the house who are going to be talking with me about some of the great things that the Bank of Industry are doing, and especially with regards to the skill acquisition competition that I think you want to sit down and hear about. I have you with me, Mr. Yinka Adegboye, Group Head, Strategy and Corporate Transformation, Bank of Industry. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
And of course, Kola Adeniji, MD CEO, Niji Group. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's start with you, Yinka, now. I was trying to read up on all of this, and there's a skill acquisition competition going on in partnership with the National Board of Technical Education. What is this about? Okay,
as a foremost development finance institution in Nigeria, we have a major role to play in the industrialization of the country. And we had an idea from a staff that talked about supporting technical schools. So we went back and forth, at the executive management level, discussing, okay, how do we go about doing this? So we had a number of presentations from my group, and we, after a number of iterations, we ended up with, okay, let's try out the competition. So in doing so, we had to relate with National Board for Technical Education to obtain candidates. And obtaining candidates, we requested for a list of institutions that are accredited by the MBTE. They provided us with a list of institutions. We narrowed down on 7 vocations, one of which is automechatronics. We have carpentry and joinery. We have fashion and beauty, fashion design actually. We have electrical electronics. We have welding and fabrication. We have painting and tiling, and we have plumbing and fittings. There were 7 of them. Then we got the schools. We interacted with the schools to provide us with the top 3 candidates, top graduating candidates from the institution, recent graduates, to enter into the competition. Of course, we didn't want to bring on board candidates that were still in school, because of course it would disrupt their education. So we got 3 candidates from each of the institutions. At the end of the day, we had 95 candidates. So we scheduled them for 2 regional sessions, one in Kaduna, one in Lagos. In Kaduna, we had 22 candidates. In Lagos, we had 73 candidates. So the idea was for them to go into this competition and for us to identify the top 3 winners. At the end of the day, our expectation is that we would have 3 candidates, 3 winners per vocation. So we'd have 21 candidates going into the grand finale in Abuja. And once we identify the winners at the grand finale, we'll have some prizes for them. They would win work tools. We'll purchase work tools for them. We're not offering them cash. Of course, we've taken care of expenses that are associated with the competition, and also mentoring, which we find out that it's a major hindrance in entrepreneurs being successful in Nigeria. So that we would do as well. And we had 35 judges. Mr. Adeniji is one of them. He has actually started mentoring some of the candidates already. So at the end of the day, we like for these candidates to go into the real world and become entrepreneurs, employers of labor. So as part of the process, after they've received the appropriate mentorship, they have the work tools to work with, then we can also provide them with loans that they will go into the business with. So at the end of the day, we would expect that they will become employers of labor. And of course, as we try to industrialize the nation, this is one way that we believe can help us get to that level.
Yeah, you said 95 candidates? How many?
Correct.
95 candidates. You're one of the judges. How?
Yes.
It looks like it was a lot of work for you. What does your job entail, and how did you manage to go through it?
Actually, it's not a lot of job. I was contacted by BOI to be one of the judges and seek for my consent, and I gave it. Okay, it's one of the things I've been actually looking for. I've been doing that for the past almost 25 years, mentoring people, developing a lot of people all over Nigeria, even outside the country, coming to actually seek some advice and technology advice from me. So the first journey was to go to, I think, Kaduna. I got to Kaduna for the first time through BOI.
So how was the Hamatan there?
Well, the Hamatan was a bit okay. So we got there when we started interfacing with some of the candidates, and we found out that, okay, it's a good thing that is happening to Nigeria through BOI. And it's not about the money, but it's about the passion, the love we have for the country, that, okay, I'm actually being called to serve the country based on my past experience and what I've been doing to actually develop on my own R&D, on my own scalable science, on what we've done. I did support a lot of research center, and BOI is actually getting involved. So it's good. Then the student came in, we actually have to look beyond what the thought is actually necessary. So apart from actually looking at the concept of we all have the different guidelines on actually testing them. Then we have to look at the concept of them, we have to look at the mindset of actually what they have in, apart from the machine they are presenting. We have to ask a lot of questions to see the genuinity of the machine, to see the passion they have. It's not about you just design a machine. After designing the machine, do you have actually had the passion to carry it along? Sustainability of the project matters, or the people just put in for the competition because of the money involved, or because of the tools they are buying for them. We have to look at you that buying the tools for you. Are you going to follow it up? Are you going to use it, or are you going to resell it? Those are the things we are need to do. Your mindset, you have to look at it. So those are the things we saw, and those are the things we're actually working on for. The first one was okay. The second one was more better, and we're still on even the first one. So peculiar to the area, when we are in the north, we saw some of the students coming out with treasures, something related to farming activities in the north. Then when we come down to the south here, we see a lot of people doing, some people from the Niger Delta, they are doing a lot of piping works and everything, looking at the piping. So some people from Lagos are doing the waste bin and some other environmental friendly.
Works for environment.
So we have to actually tell them you have to think outside the box. Don't do something peculiar to your environment alone. Do something that when you when you win the competition, you look at something that you can mass produce and people
even
can
outside
start
your
buying.
region.
Yes, your region. Constructing the pipe is good, but how many people will have access to pipe? How many people actually want to do piping on the pipeline? No. So those are the things we're actually telling them to do, and look at the next level they can achieve.
Just to step away a little from the competition itself, now talking about the Bank of Industry, and I'm very happy you're here to talk about this, because I find the Bank of Industry does a lot of things, and sometimes awareness is not great because maybe people don't know or don't know enough about some of the opportunities, because there's so many opportunities that Bank of Industry gets to offer Nigerians besides even skill acquisition. You have a lot of programs and loan facilities and all of that you do. But going forward, are there plans to maybe let people understand these things more? Maybe not necessarily know, but understand how to access these things.
We've done quite a number of things in that regard, because we appreciate that fact. Our website, we've revamped our website to a really upscale level. All information that you require in terms of accessing loans are all available on our website. The products, the requirements, who you need to talk to, where you would have to, what you need to do in terms of, how do you go about doing it. And we also rolled out SME app, which is just an application that you can, download from your Android phone, from your iPhones, from your Microsoft phones to, it's just an application that provides further information about all our products. And in terms of SMEs, because where we find this issue is more about the SMEs, because they're all over the place. We have over 17 million SMEs in Nigeria. And we've now put them in clusters. This is something that has been successful in China and in India as well. Putting them in clusters and providing tailor-made products that, that are peculiar to them. We have 40 clusters, we've identified 40 clusters now, which covers a lot of, business concerns. And they are, we've seen, a growth in terms of people applying and all of that. And we also carry out a lot of jingles in local dialects as well, because some of our customers may not be able to speak English, and it's not a requirement that you must be able to speak English. So we have local dialects in terms of our jingles in the north, in the south, some in Pidgin as well. So we're doing a lot in terms of creating the awareness, and we've seen a lot of things moving up in that regard. Okay,
we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, we'll be joined by one of the competitors for the skill acquisition competition, and she'll give us a side of the story. Maybe I don't know if she's going to be a winner, but she's just a competitor for now. We'll see you guys in a moment. Please stay with us.